Good evening and welcome into Stern Family Field in the beautiful city of Du Bois, Pennsylvania. It's the final game of the day here for us on day number 1, as Team Select will be taking on Team Pennsylvania. Team Select, the road team, so they'll come to bat first. And it'll be Bryce Zaccaro leading off, facing number 20, Gavin Lill. Zaccaro will also be on the mound for Team Select. 1-0 misses low to him.
I've seen some absolutely great baseball here today. I'm excited for this nightcap here as the quadruple header here on BFA Productions continues on.
Big hack by Zaccaro, going for it all on the 2-0 offering. Comes up empty. This will be the first game we see under the lights at this gorgeous turf facility. As that fastball misses up and in, count goes to 3-1.
Lil is firing it in there. Scouting on him has his max 87. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a tick or two higher there at this point.
Zaccaro staring down the left field line after that big hack, but topped it foul.
He looks like he has so much fun. Just watching him earlier and watching him now, he looks like he just genuinely is loving everything about this.
The payoff fouled back. He is not going to be cheated at the plate with his hacks.
If you think through one at bat, Lil's pretty fastball heavy. It's because he is two-pitch pitcher. Fastball sits mid-80s, and then slider that sits upper 70s. That's what you're going to get out of him.
Have not seen the slider yet. The payoff pitch. A late called strike 3. Zaccaro can't believe it. But it caught the inside corner, froze him. And that looked like a little bit more of a breaker. One down brings up Jackson Cook.
Earlier today, Cook, 2 plate appearances, 2 walks, came around to score.
First pitch he sees in this game is in the dirt. And that looked like an off-speed pitch.
That's it.
Took something off, came in at 77 miles an hour. Fastball low at 85. And perhaps Lil has mixed in a changeup, as this catches the outer corner for strike 1.
Add a third pitch to the repertoire would be big. Time to try things out, trying to showcase everything you've got going in your arsenal.
Nice diving snag at first. The flip in time. Flash in the leather is the Pennsylvania defense. The stop was made by Williams down the line. Matthew Williams going down to his knees, using all of that 6'5" frame to make the play. And with 2 down, that brings up Dax Heilman. First pitch to him, misses outside. There's been a light wind blowing in from left field on and off all day long as Lil reaches back for something extra. That's his quickest pitch of the ball game. Clocks out at 87 miles an hour.
And you think it's giving away a little much, that grunt?
Every now and then, pitchers mix that in. There's some guys who grunt every pitch that they throw. This is a breaking ball swung through and missed for strike 2. I could give you a story like that about a guy who's in a major league system that I faced right after this 1-2 offering is taken for a ball. And actually, I'll get into that one in the top half of the frame. Don't want to start a story and be mid-sentence in the middle of an inning changeover with 2 outs.
You don't think the game's going to work around your stories?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
I don't know, man. We've seen 2 balls since you've teased the story.
I'll tell you what, if my man Heilman is able to reach here, I'll delve into it.
Story time.
Gather around the campfire, kids. The 3-2 swung on and missed. My story will have to wait to the bottom half of the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the first, tied at 0. Bryce Zaccaro on the bump for Team Select to start this ball game. Wind's starting to pick up here as it's a slight overcast with the sun fading in the background here at Stern Family Field. Leading off the bottom half of the frame for Pennsylvania will be Braden Horton, a 6-foot, 195-pound left-hand batter out of Sayre Area High School in Pennsylvania. Lefty on lefty matchup. And what's the scouting report on Zaccaro?
So for Zaccaro, previously he's maxed out his fastball at 82, sitting in the range of the high 70s to low 80s on that fastball. Curveball, high 60s, and the changeup in between 68 and 72. You're going to look for a natural tail in that fastball. And that changeup's got some arm side fade to it. So I want to see the way he works his fastball off his changeup. That's more what I'm looking for from him pitching tonight.
Staring in. His 1-1 offering. Gets the call as Horton ducked away. Not happy with it, but in fairness, didn't look it into the glove, so I don't even know if he's really sure where that ended up.
That's a nice break to it.
The 1-2 misses outside. Zaccaro with a long windup. He really takes his time out of that windup to deliver it to home plate. Takes his time on that one, and it's a bender. Swung through and missed for strike 3.
Filth. Absolute filth. That's dropping right out of the zone to a place where it is unhittable away from Horton there.
Listen, some guys are overnight delivery. They like to work quickly. They got a quick motion. Zaccaro, He's free shipping. Might get there today. Might get there in a couple weeks. He's taking his time, but it's going to get there. And I'm not referring to his velocity, but it's just that confidence in taking his time with the windup.
I'm stealing that from you. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. I won't say it tomorrow, but I will use that in the future.
Just remember the date, August 3rd, excuse me. The 01 misses high. August 3rd, 7:28 p.m. Chris Markowitz compares Bryce Zaccaro's windup to delivery options on Amazon. The 1-1 misses high. You know, a lot of people say you shouldn't try to come up with catchphrases in the game of baseball because the game has been around for so long that everything's been used. I think that's kind of a cop-out. I really do.
That is
I think
a cop-out.
society is constantly evolving.
That is a huge cop-out. I think anyone who doesn't think they can come up with a catchphrase is just scared that they're not creative.
You got to take risks in this life. It's all about looking silly.
And even the catchphrases that make you laugh, like what you just did with the shipping, it was good. I was a fan.
I appreciate that. Some people might not like it, but it's good to know that it doesn't land flat with everybody. Our director, though, Steve Silvestro, gave me a look as if he expects better
wants
from
us
me.
out.
Right? Look, he always expects better. The payoff pitch is fouled straight back, so we'll do it all again. Drew Repepe with a solid at-bat here to work the count full. Repepe, 5'11", 205 pounds from Peters Township.
Pretty violent swing for him.
And he's able to work a full count walk. First base runner of the ball game for Pennsylvania. And now Zaccaro comfortable working out of that slow windup. Let's see how he transitions into the quick stretch. Does have the advantage of being a left-hander, so runners can't necessarily get a great jump off of him initially.
You got the 7-second 60 over there for Repepe, so you're not looking at the quickest guy, but he's got good speed over there at first.
That's standard.
Yeah, it's about standard for his age. Solid speed.
The 1-0, caught on and missed as Livingston went chasing. Ruben Livingston, listed at 6'3", 215, out of Wilson West Lawn High School.
Wilson's just so good at sports. It's really not fair. It's really, really not fair at all. Up near that Reading area. As we've transitioned to Pennsylvania, so...
This is your wheelhouse now.
Well, there's like a fourth of the state that's about my wheelhouse. I think if you go probably from like Hershey on down the southeast, I'm pretty good.
What percentage of the cities and towns in Pennsylvania do you think you know the name of?
An embarrassingly low amount.
As the 1-2 misses low. Yeah, even New Jersey, where I'm from, a small state. There's towns that people are like, oh, you're from New Jersey. Do you know something? And I've never heard of it. I don't know. Just outside of Union County, where I'm from, it's really hit or miss.
It's whether or not they were good at baseball, honestly, for you.
That's pretty accurate. This is roped. Deep left field. And that is off the wall. Digging for third and coming around a wide turn in a rundown now is Repepe. And he is tagged out as getting the third safely is Livingston. Repepe was being waved in initially, but that ball took a hard ricochet off the short fence and left. And Repepe was stuck in no man's land.
It's a shame that's the way we're going to remember that play, because that was an absolute rope there from Livingston.
I thought that had a chance to get over the fence initially, just by the sound of the bat, but nonetheless, it stays in the ballpark. So with two gone and a runner on third, Williams steps in. Matthew Williams, the 6'5", 217-pound first baseman. He made a nice diving snag defensively in the top half of the first at first base as the 0-1 misses outside. Tell you what, man, 6'5", 217, and going into just his junior season of high school ball. This is what you call. This kid is what you call a prospetto, where I'm from, a prospect.
Do you want to play our favorite game of Guess the Exit Velo?
I'm gonna guess. This is at least high 90s. Let's go 98 miles an hour.
Man, you keep undershooting these guys. 104.
104 is the exit velo of Matthew Williams. Now, I need some clarification if that's off the tee, off soft toss, front toss. I need to
I believe
know.
that's T. I believe we're working T.
That's absurd.
If I had to guess, most of these I think have been listed in T's.
As the 1-2 offering catches him looking for a called strike 3. So the runners are stranded, and we'll go to the top of the second in a scoreless ball game. Matthew Thompson will lead off the top of the second inning for Team Select in a scoreless ball game. Chris Markowitz alongside Ray Dunn here for BFA Productions. We're in the final game of a 4-game slate as the first pitch of the inning bounces for a ball.
Now, do you think there is a person that went all 4 games with us?
I would assume we've got one super fan out there as the 1-0 catches the outside corner for strike 1. Not sure, though. I don't know. I'll tell you, you're a trooper if you're tuning in for 36 innings of amateur baseball. From 9 in the morning till 10:30 probably at night. Whoever you are, can't send you anything, but thank you for listening.
You're a trooper, and you're also probably my mom.
I don't think my mom's listened to a single game I've ever announced. As this is off the back of Thompson's helmet. He heads to first with a leadoff hit by pitch.
That is what I'm talking about when I mean the excitement of getting hit by a pitch. We had a live dugout over here to our left as he got hit. They were all excited. That's what I want.
Joey Current in at the plate, fouls the first pitch back into the glove. current, one of the better defensive catchers we've seen today. As they throw over first, not in time.
Yeah, you have to imagine he's got a good bat. If he can just turn that into an excellent bat, he's going to be a highly sought after catcher. Just given the pure talent he has on the other side, that pop time 183 to 190 is unreal for this age.
That's major league level. The 1-1 offering misses low and away. For those unfamiliar with pop time, that's the catcher's ability to make a throw down to second, as this is lined to short for out number 1. Throw across the diamond in time for the 6-3 double play.
And that is all about situational awareness. I understand that ball is hit hard, but you have to understand that you need to stop yourself to the point of breaking in full stride to second. And unfortunately, over there at first base, that was not the case for Thompson.
So 2 gone now in the inning. That brings up Matthew Bellavine. He takes a big hack at the first pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. That one bounced in the dirt, so he was fooled by that offering. Bellavine, 6'3", 225 out of Smithfield, Rhode Island. Big hack, but chops it foul and out of play. And I said 6'3" double play. I meant to say, well, is that a 6'3" double play, or is it technically a 6'6'3" because there's the put out and then the assist both going to the shortstop? I believe the proper way to score that is 6'6'3". I know someone at home is probably going to correct me. As the 0-2 is a check swing. Did he go? No.
Yeah, I think you're right with the 6'6'3".
I'm now consulting my friend Safari.
Okay.
1-2 misses high. It is the correct way to refer to it.
Just so smart.
Either way works, apparently. 6'3", 6'6'3", whatever you want to call it. As this pitch misses low, count runs full.
2 off-speed pitches back-to-back going into the dirt. Got to imagine at 3-2 he's going to try and pepper him.
Payoff was fouled back. We'll do it all again. Lil taking his time. He winds and fires. His offering roped to right center, and making the grab is the right fielder out in the gap for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, still tied at 0. Ryan Fleury steps in to lead off the bottom of the second for Pennsylvania. 6 foot, 190 pounds out of Manheim Township.
And I'm just thinking here, marketing deal wise, he makes it big time. He has a deal with Wendy's all but lined up.
Is it Wendy's or McDonald's?
Oh, McDonald's, McFlurry. Yeah.
It's funny you say that. When I was trying to get pronunciations from his coaching staff, what they told me is it's Flurry, like the McFlurry.
Yeah. He's got, I mean, I obviously just blew my endorsement deal with McDonald's. But he definitely has a deal lined up with McDonald's.
Well, he's got a 2-0 count and an opportunity to get a rally started for Pennsylvania. 2-0 swing is a big hack, but he fans through a 78-mile-an-hour fastball for strike one. Pennsylvania had a rally going in the first inning as Repepe reached on a one-out walk. Then Livingston doubled off the base of the wall, but Repepe went too far around the bag at third and was caught in a rundown. And that was out number 2. Williams struck out looking to end the inning, so the runner got stranded at third. The 2-2 at the plate is a breaking ball, misses low, count runs full.
Yeah, sandwiching all the excitement with 2 strikeouts in that first inning. Sakara getting some help from his fielders.
The payoff, chopped down the line and knocked down, but no throw at third. Hit off the glove of Matthew Thompson. From my angle, I couldn't see it. My vision was impaired, so I'm not sure if that was a hit or an error. Did you have a good look at that, Ray?
And I'm leaning towards error on that one. My vision was also cut a bit on that.
So we'll call it an E5. Nobody out, runner on. That brings up number 5, Quinn Moody. 5'11", 170 out of Central Bucks East. Going into his junior year. Takes a first pitch breaking ball in for strike one. And in between innings, one of the more risible moments of this tournament as we saw the starting pitcher Zaccaro mixing in some ephuses. This served in the right field for a base knock. No smile on his face after that offering. But he was mixing in, looked like an ephus, a knuckleball there, just messing around, having some fun in between innings with his guys.
Sakara just looks like he just genuinely enjoys everything he's doing. It looks like he has so much fun. Watching his at-bats earlier in his first at-bat here tonight, he's just having fun with it. That's a player you love to watch.
As he misses low with his first offering to Holmes.
Holmes can
The 1-0 fouled straight back.
Holmes could really barrel a ball when he gets to a really, really strong hitter.
Yeah, Justin Holmes, 6'3", 200 out of Northwestern Lehigh High School. Plays the outfield, also comes in as a right-hand pitcher. The 1-1 offering catches the inner half of the plate. Zaccaro gets the sign he wants, checks the runner at second. Now he deals. It's a bender, chopped softly up the middle. Second baseman unable to make the play as it trickles into the outfield, and that will bring in Fleury from second base. So it's going to be, I'd score that an error on the play. So we'll call it E4. First run of the day on the board for Pennsylvania. And their rally continues with runners on first and second. Still nobody gone.
That one's tough for me. That one's really tough for me. Going up the middle there. In a way, you just need to knock that down. You need to throw your body in front of that one.
David Kessler, the batter, First pitch to him misses low. Gets away from the catcher for a moment. Throw down to third. Not in time. Both runners move up 90 feet. And to the point you're making, you obviously can't assume a double play. But the reason I think it's an error is because the ground ball took the second baseman to the bag. So all he has to do is hold on for that force out. I know it was close, but you can't assume the force out at second base. So runners on second and third now. Nobody out. The 1-0 misses low. Kessler with a big opportunity here to give Pennsylvania a couple more runs. The 2-0 hit hard on the ground to third. A diving snag to knock it down. A run comes home. So it's an RBI fielder's choice, but a nice play at the hot corner to get the first out of the inning.
Matt Thompson over there at the hot corner. What a dive. Collects himself, looks over, makes sure that runner sticking where he is. So if he needed to get the lead runner a rundown, he could do that, and then firing across the diamond nice and strong.
And I said fielder's choice. Let me correct myself. That is just a 5-3, but it's an RBI on the play. With one gone, the first pitch to Finn is in for a called strike. Sean Finn, the batter.
Now this is my neck of the woods right here, Central Bucks South. It's
1-0 misses down and away. Sean Finn, 5'9", 165 pounds, out of Central Bucks South. As time is called by Jackson Cook, he goes out to the mound to talk to Zaccaro, who is having a tough inning. 2 runs home here in the bottom half of the second, and another duck out on the pond, standing in scoring position at second base. The 2-0 offering misses low. On deck for Pennsylvania is Brandon Coughlin. The 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way is Finn. And that's in for a strike.
And it's a tough go for Zaccaro because it's not the self-imposed implosion that we've seen from some pitchers. Great.
Ooh, 3-1 breaking ball had Finn fooled. And I might have missed a strike as Finn is actually down swinging. So perhaps we missed a call there. Finn retired on the strikeout. That's out number 2. And that brings up Brandon Coughlin. He's got a 2-out RBI chance.
Getting back to what I was saying, it's not really the self-inflicted trouble. It's not the walks. It's he's serving up good pitches. They're just being hit, and he's had a couple of tough goes behind him. So for Zaccaro, it's just about keeping that mentality down, keeping the focus on the mound.
The 0-1 hit hard to left field. This one deep to the left field corner, but it's caught for out number 3. 2 runs on the board in the inning for Pennsylvania. We'll go to the top of the third with Pennsylvania ahead 2-0. Brandon Coughlin onto the mound now for Pennsylvania to relieve Gavin Lill here in the top of the third inning. Chris Markowitz alongside Ray Dunn for BFA Productions. It's a 2-0 lead for Pennsylvania as they brought 2 runs in during the bottom half of the second inning. Coughlin facing DJ Newman, who fouls the 0-1 offering straight back. So Gavin Lill's line for the night, 2 innings pitched, no runs, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So a solid 2 innings of work for Lill. The 0-2, fouled straight back yet again. Another 0-2 is a bender, chopped softly to third. The throw across the diamond is in time. Nice play there by Drew Rapepi to charge the slow roller and make the throw across the diamond for out number 1. So with 1 gone, Landon Beetleshies digs in. Beetleshies 6'2", 210 pounds out of Canfield, Ohio. Takes a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Sun almost all the way down now here in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. It's been a gorgeous day. We've been here since 9 a.m. with live streams. Got here, many of us, as early as 7 a.m. Big shout out to the crew working here today for BFA Productions as the 2-0 is fanned through. The 2-1, check swing, no go. That pitch, an 84-mile-an-hour fastball. The 3-1 offering misses inside, so Beetleshies reaches with a 1-out walk. So with Beetleshies on first and 1 down, Drew Cron steps in. Cron, a speedy right-hander for Team Select. He takes the first pitch fastball on the outer half of the plate for a called strike 1.
Cron, in this game earlier today, walked, scored a run, and was 1 for 2 with a single. Stole a lot of bases, too.
The 0-1 misses high, runner not even thinking about going. Beetleshies with a very short secondary lead. So Coughlin so far has faced 2 batters. This will be his third. Got a ground out against Newman. Beetleshies reached on a single. Now Cron pops this one up first base side. Foul out of play. Shadows, not much of a factor. This is a well-designed field as the sun is almost completely disappeared behind home plate. Lights turned on as this is roped to short. Fielded on 1 hop, flip to second, throw to first, not in time. So good hustle by Cron to avoid the double play. It's a 6-4 fielder's choice. 2 gone now in the inning. And that will bring up Ashton Crowell.
So while obviously the fielder's choice is not the ideal turnout for Cron, there you're able to see how he keeps his hands back. He's able to make contact with the pitch even when it's not exactly what he's looking for. And then he shows off his speed there, getting to first on the play that many would probably be turned 2 on.
It'll be an 0-1 at the plate. Runner goes. Throw to second. In time. A frozen rope. What a shoot from behind the plate by Ryan Fleury to nab the speedy Drew Cron to end the inning. Go to the bottom half of the frame with Pennsylvania ahead 2-0.
Elijah Dunn will lead off the bottom of the third for Pennsylvania. First pitch to him is skied to right. And settling underneath it, the right fielder, number 23. That is Ashton Crowell. He has it for out number 1. New pitcher on the mound for Team Select is Jesse Spector, so he gets 1 out on his first pitch. Good start to the game for him.
Disappointing for me. We had a matchup of two of my guys. So Jesse Spector, I've been excited to watch him. Got a good bite on the break ball when he gets it going. He's got a fastball that's got nice tailing action to it. His changeup fades wonderfully. So I'm excited to see him pitch. He also has a name that I just feel like I could read off a ticker on ESPN. You know, like Jesse Spector, starting pitcher tonight, Jesse Spector. It just feel like it's a professional name. It's a major league name.
Well, Ray, I think you're early on in the Jesse Spector fan club, but if this kid makes it big, we'll have this as a demo reel.
And to continue to finish my point of disappointment, I wanted to see more of a battle between Elijah Dunn and him, because I'm in on Spector and Elijah Dunn, almost same last name. He just doesn't have the unnecessary E like I do.
Well, he's battling with Nick Rubendahl at the plate right now as the 2-1 misses low.
Rubendahl, Pope John Paul II, inside my alma mater's conference out there in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania.
Timeout called by Joey Current to talk things over with Spector. Perhaps a cross up there. Rubendahl ahead in the count 3-1. Should be sitting dead red for a fastball. The pitch is a fastball in on the hands, fouled back. Count runs even, or count runs full, I should say.
That fastball measured at 86 miles an hour.
That's where you expect to see him. He's going to sit somewhere around there.
3-2 misses low. That's a 1-out walk for Rubendahl. And that brings up Charles Evans, the final hitter in the lineup for Pennsylvania. Normally hits in that leadoff spot, but Pennsylvania just batting around from where their last game ended. As the first pitch to Evans is in on the outer corner for strike one. Evans, 5'9", 165 out of Pennsbury. Another program right by us in Philadelphia. 0-1, swung through and missed. A sweeping curve. Spector way ahead in the count. Rubendahl with a healthy lead at first. And I will move over there. He gets back with plenty of time.
Love to see him use that changeup here. Try and get the eye on that changeup. Have it drop a little bit from the bat. Similar arm speed as the fastball.
0-2. Misses a bit low, and that was the fastball in the outer half. Spector listed at 5'10", 170 out of Morristown, New Jersey. So a little bit undersized, but he has good command and velocity. As the 1-2 catches the corner for a called strike three. 2 gone in the inning. So that will bring up the top of the lineup as Braden Horton strolls in. He struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is in for a called strike. Sun nearly down here in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. The 0-1. Tap to first. It is a fair ball. First baseman knocks it down, recovers in time, steps on the bag, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. We head to the top of the 4th. Pennsylvania leads 2-0. Another new pitcher on the mound for Pennsylvania. It's number 24, Ruben Livingston, listed at 6'3", 215, a right-hand arm. And he replaces Brandon Coughlin, who went 1 inning, a scoreless inning of work, where he allowed just 1 hit. First batter that Livingston will face is number 23, Ashton Crowell. The 0-1 offering to him. Bends in for a called strike. Livingston way ahead in the count. His 0-2 bounces low.
And with Livingston, you're getting to see some heat. He'll bring the heat. Max fastball, high 80s, getting in 88, 89 areas. It's going to sit around 85, 87. Brings a curveball and a changeup to his repertoire as well.
That's a fastball. Gets the call. Freezes Crowell for out number 1. So with 1 gone on the strikeout, Patrizzi strolls to the plate. Dominic Patrizzi, one of my favorite names from this tournament here this week, as he lays off a breaking ball in the dirt. Patrizzi out of Cherokee, New Jersey. The 1-0 misses inside.
In terms of his talent at the plate, he's got really, really solid bat speed. And when he does get that bat around, whip around for something, he'll be able to generate loud contact. He barrels the ball very, very often. That's one of the things he's very good at. He finds the zone and the path of the ball, and he gets his bat right to it.
Well, he's got a 3-0 count. We'll see if he has the green light here. Pennsylvania trailing 2-0 in the top of the 4th. 3-0 catches the corner for the first strike of the at-bat. That clocked at 87 miles an hour. And we've seen Livingston hit 88, 89 in this inning. The 3-1 hit hard on the ground to third. A nice diving stop. Throw across the diamond in time. What a play from the hot corner. Trying to get the correct jersey number. I believe that was Livingston's on the mound, so I want to make sure I saw a 4 on the jersey.
Drew Repepe getting that one.
Wow, what a throw by Repepe. Across the diamond, diving to his right, getting to his feet and throwing the opposite way. That is not easy. So with 2 gone now,
And
the batter at the plate for Select is Jarrett Pokrovsky.
looking at the position velo for Drew Repepe, 92. Toss a 92 from across the diamond.
Well, he fired that one in for a strike to first after coming off his knees. Now the 0-2 is chopped to first. The flip over to the bag is in time for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Pennsylvania with a 2-run lead coming to bat. Drew Repepe strolls into the box, having made a web gem on the defensive side of the field in the top half of the fourth. And it's always interesting when a defensive player flashes the leather and then leads off the next inning. The 1-0, a big hack. I'll tell you what, Repepe wanted another highlight there with the way he swung the bat, but waved through the 1-0 offering. Now a fastball on the inner half of the plate is in for a called strike 2. Spector stares in, gets the sign he wants, deals, misses inside.
He's really trying not to leave anything out over the plate for Repepe. He knows that violent swing. He leaves it out there. It could go a long way.
The 2-2 is a breaking ball that bends back in for strike 3. Catches Repepe looking, and it's good for the second strikeout of the game so far for Spector.
That's a great setup he did right there. The fastball in. He missed where he was trying to go with the fastball. He went so far in, then bringing the breaking ball that goes from the inner part of the plate to the middle of the outer part of the plate. Really good setup there by Spector.
Stepping into the box is Ruben Livingston. He looks at a first pitch fastball for a strike. Livingston in his first at bat doubled off the base of the wall. He's on the mound now for Pennsylvania. He ropes this one to third, but right at the hot corner. And that's Evan Fry. Excuse me, that's Matthew Procopio. I had 15 and 16 mixed up for a split second. So a frozen rope for out number 2 of the inning. And with 2 gone, Matthew Williams steps in. Struck out looking in his first at bat. And looks at a first pitch fastball in for a called strike. Can't hit the ball any harder than Livingston hit it on that line out to third base, but that's the game. Sometimes you hit it on the screws, you don't reach first. Sometimes you nub it off the end of the bat, you get the third on an error.
Know a lot more about that second one than the first one.
The 0-2, chopped to third. This is a foul ball.
But why not show off there a little bit anyways? Nice pick over there at first.
Got to get your cardio in somehow. 10,000 steps is the goal no matter what, so.
What are you at? What are you at today?
Ooh, I'm nowhere close.
Okay.
I'm nowhere close.
I did a walk after game 2. I'm nowhere close either, but I think I might be halfway there.
And I think the battery of my wristwatch is going to die.
Mine's already gone.
Yeah.
No free ad here. We both have wristwatches. We're not naming.
I'm not naming the brand.
Not naming the brand.
0-2, misses low.
Just like I would say that we got pizza. But
Yeah, but I'm not too happy with. Listen, not to throw anyone under the bus. I was underwhelmed with the pizza for tonight. I really was.
As a man who's worked in pizza the last 3 summers, I am very underwhelmed.
Williams frozen by the slider, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of 4, Pennsylvania leads 2-0. Ruben Livingston back out on the bump for his second inning of work. And he will face Ryan Weingartner to lead things off here in the top of the fifth inning. Chris Markowitz alongside Ray Dunn here for BFA Productions. Final game of the day for us, as the first pitch of this at-bat is a bender in for a called strike.
We got the privileged to watch Weingartner pitch earlier this afternoon. Decent afternoon on the mound for Team Select. In terms of a hitter, he's quick. He's a real quick down the line, and he has a good exit velo, 93.
Good eye there to lay off the 0-2 in the dirt. As that ball was spiked, umpire going to exchange the ball.
One interesting thing we talked about Major League Baseball earlier, they're projected to go through more baseballs in Major League Baseball season this year than they do in a typical 162-game season. That says a lot.
As the 1-2 is cut on and missed for the first out of the inning. I'll tell you what, Livingston probably happy with that baseball change as he ripped that one right by Weingartner.
It's a legitimate thing. I think the baseball change, I think a lot of people get annoyed with it when a pitcher does it. I think it's a wholly legitimate.
Pitchers are very particular about the shape and the form of the rock, as Kyle Neareye takes a first pitch for a strike on the outer half of the plate.
But I mean, me being an avid par 3 golfer, when I hit one inevitably way right, I always switch the ball.
I for the fans at home, I have not seen you play golf. You're a par 3 golfer.
I'm a par 3 golfer.
Really?
Yes.
I got to see you play golf then. That's impressive.
No. I'm a par 3 courses. You know what I mean by that, right?
I do not.
Okay.
I thought you meant you're shooting.
No. My handicap's not 3. No.
I thought you meant you're on par.
No. Okay. I figured that once you said you were impressed that
I was.
we had a miscommunication.
I was confused for a second there.
No. Don't be impressed by my golf game.
So explain to me what you mean by par 3 golf.
So it's a course where it's only par 3s.
Oh, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not really driving it. I'm just kind of chipping putt.
So let's say a full 18. What are you shooting?
Full 18 for a par 3. Let's see.
Well, not par 3. I mean, it's going to mix in some par 4s and par 5s.
What
was your handicap?
If I go to full 18, please, I don't play full 18s because I know the end result there. I'm a chip and putt specialist.
There we go. Not much of a driver. It's all right. I'm the same way. I was good at golf coming up, but you get to an age where you have to choose golf or baseball because they're both spring sports, at least in New Jersey. And I like baseball a little bit more, so I never learned how to hit the driver. Meanwhile, the payoff pitch is skied to second base for out number 1 as David Kessler settles underneath it.
Now, not to be an advocate for the Keystone State here, but had you grown up at the Keystone State, you could have been a golfer in the fall and a baseball player in the spring.
That is true, and let me correct myself. That was out number 2, by the way. I just wanted to make that clear. That is true. I do know in the state of Pennsylvania that golf is a fall sport, and I do wish it was that way for me, because golf, I'm not saying I would have gone pro, not saying I would have played in college, but I enjoyed it at a young age. I really did.
I enjoy it now.
I haven't swung a golf club in a long time.
What I'm hearing is I'm getting good, and you're getting rusty.
Yeah, you're light years ahead of me, my friend. Brody Keniston now at the plate with an 0-1 count. Takes a pitch low in the dirt. Golf is it's a very relaxing game, but I don't have the interest, at least at this point in my life, to develop the necessary skills to excel at it.
Something interesting, tying this back to baseball and golf, Phil Gosselin went on a podcast recently, hot start with the Phillies, first weekend, 2 homers, and said that he was golfing a lot during the COVID break, and he thinks that the swing from golf actually helped his baseball swing.
There's a lot of critics who would argue a counterpoint to that. I don't really know.
I was going to say, which runs counter to everything I've ever heard. But I think, and he even said himself, he's trying to convince himself that golf helped him so he can continue to play golf.
Hey, man, anything that lets your skipper allow you to keep having fun. Meanwhile, it's a 2-2 count at the plate, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The offering is fouled back, so we'll do it all again.
While we're on topic of the Phillies, your Yanks, my Phils, right now. Believe your Yanks are winning.
I haven't checked yet, so I won't know until this game is over. I'm locked in, but I'd be glad to check after this ball game as the 2-2 offering misses upstairs. It'll be a full count to Brody Keniston. Livingston yet to allow a base runner in his relief appearance. He's got an inning and 2/3. This chop foul, third base side out of play. And got a nice hue of pink out in the clouds in right field. Sun basically disappearing beyond the horizon at this point.
Yeah,
8:27 is the time on my watch.
8:27 on the phone because my watch is gone. Imagine a great sunset somewhere.
The 3-2 misses high. Keniston works a 2-out walk. So with 2 gone and a runner on first, Matthew Procopio strolls in. First pitch to him, in for a strike.
And what's allowed Livingston so far to be so successful, he's pounding his own right away. He's getting after these hitters, being aggressive really right off the bat in these at-bats.
His 0-1 misses inside. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. Second baseman was unable to squeeze it.
Braden Horton there, absolute cannon. I mean, the runner was halfway down the line before he even spun around.
It was a good effort by Horton, but just too good of a jump on the wild pitch. The 1-1 catches the corner. That's been a spot Livingston has been able to hit with consistency here tonight. Livingston's 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt. Procopio laid off. Count runs even. Deuces are up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on second here in the top of the 5th. Runner goes from second. Pitch is low. Throw down to third. Not in time. It gets away. And jogging home on the wild throw is the base runner Brody Keniston. He scores the first run of the game for Team Select. So we'll call that an error. Error on the throw or on the tag down at third?
It's a tough one to judge right there. I think Pepe probably should have had it, but it was a short hop on the throw.
Well, we're just going to leave it as an error. Won't assign it specifically, as I have a tough look here down the third base line. A lot of things blocking me from this booth, so we'll just leave it as a team error. I know that's not official, but it's like a team rebound.
Yeah. Team turnover.
Exactly. Leave that up to the experts. Meanwhile, the 2-2 bounces low. Count runs full. The payoff. Caught on and missed for out number 3. So 1 run comes in. No hits. 1 error. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Pennsylvania coming to bat with a 2-1 lead. DJ Newman, the new arm on the mound for Team Select as we enter the bottom half of the 5th inning. And he will face Ryan Fleury. Fleury reached on an error and came across to score back in the 2nd inning. It was the first run of the ball game scored by either team. First pitch in for a strike. Final line for Jesse Spector. He went 2 innings, gave up no runs on 1 hit, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So I know that you've got your eyes on Spector going forward, Ray. A impressive performance for him.
Absolutely for him. And, you know, I'm looking at those 2 strikeouts looking in that last inning he pitched. He was just filthy, just totally fooling hitters in that last inning. And actually, all 3 of his strikeouts were looking, flipping my box score right here.
The 0-2 from Newman is blown by Fleury for strike 3. So a 3-pitch strikeout to start the bottom of the 5th.
But big on Spector going forward. I think he's really going to shore up his 3-pitch approach, and I think he's primed for a solid future in this game.
Quinn Moody looks at a first pitch in for a strike. Moody with a single back in the 2nd, and he came across to score.
Huge fan of the high socks he's got going.
High socks and the old school stripe pattern on them as well. It's not just the plain forest green that Pennsylvania's rocking. He's got the full tread. Newman has a fastball that is mid-80s. Has some decent breaking stuff as well that he can mix in.
And his curveball goes like 11-5 shape.
Misses low here behind an account 3-1.
And it's really going to bite you at the end.
Good take there by Moody. He works a 1-out walk. And that brings up Justin Holmes. Holmes reached on an error by the 2nd baseman in his first at-bat. It was a soft chopper up the middle. Could have been an easy force at the bag, as there was a runner on first. As this pitch is in for a called strike to him, clocked at 83 miles an hour.
Again, we've made a big deal all day about the frames, the look of a hitter with so much time to really grow physically and perfect your mechanics there at the plate. Holmes just has a strong look of a hitter. He's got the strong frame, strong bottom half, and is able to get his bat through the zone rather quickly.
Brody Keniston calls time, strolls out to the mound to chat briefly with DJ Newman. Perhaps they just want to review some signals now with a runner on first. Decent lead for Moody as this is chopped softly through the hole between first and second. And running all the way to second on the contact with a double is Holmes. He came out of the box sprinting, so that's going to earn him a double.
And you just love that. You love the aggressiveness right there to try and make something happen. Yeah, it's going to at least be first and third. You have a runner in scoring position, but no, especially on a hit like that, they're not expecting to take second. They're not thinking hard hit contact double right there. Good job by Holmes hustling that one.
Moody went first to third, so runners on second and third now for David Kessler, who takes the first pitch in for a called strike. Kessler grounded out to third in his first at bat, but it was an RBI that plated a run. As the 0-1 snaps in. There's that 12-6 or 11-5 curveball you alluded to. Nasty break on the bender.
That's the shape of the curveball. It's about defining that shape and finding what slot you can release it.
As this is hit through the 6-hole. 1 run comes home. The second runner is safe, slides in ahead of the tag. So it's a 2 RBI single for Kessler. He advances to second on the throw. That was a close play at the plate. It looked like home slid and was just shy of home plate. But the call in favor of Pennsylvania. 2 more runs on the board for them. They have a 4-1 lead.
Jackson Cook made a good throw from left field. Let's not take anything away from him. I think right there, he gave it the best shot he had. Justin Holmes just being aggressive. And that base runner, I was cringing a little bit for him as he came around third. I thought he was going to get gunned, and he did slide short, but sure enough, gets himself in.
Kessler standing on second base with 2 RBIs from that knock, 3 in the game, so a solid night for him. Sean Finn, the batter now for Pennsylvania in a 1-0 count. Big swing and a miss there. Finn struck out swinging in his first at-bat during the second inning. Newman looking in. He comes set, looks at the runner at second, and fires a strike. Count at 1-2. Newman deals. It's a breaking ball hit up the middle, and that's through for another hit. Runner goes around the bag at third, but holds. So it's Kessler at third, Finn at first. 1 gone, runners in the corner, and a solid rally here in the bottom of the 5th for Pennsylvania.
He's not getting that late break on the breaking ball. He's leaving it up, and hitters are making him pay for it so far.
Brandon Coughlin steps in now. Coughlin flew out to left field in his first at-bat. He also pitched an inning today. Had a solid line, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, no walks. Now he taps this softly to second. Flip to second is in time, but they will never get Coughlin. So it's a fielder's choice and an RBI as it plates Kessler from third. Another run on the board for Pennsylvania as they take a 5-1 lead.
Those Keystone kids. Something about them.
So with 2 gone now and a runner on first, Elijah Dunn strolls to the plate. Curveball in for a called strike. Dunn flew out to right field in his first and only at-bat. This Pennsylvania team getting up and down the lineup in a hurry. They're batting 13, but Dunn, the second to last batter in the lineup, or third to last batter, excuse me, already with his second plate appearance here in the 5th, and it's been rare we've seen lineups today moving with that kind of pace.
The lineups would be lucky if the top 2 guys get 4 plate appearances here. They're on pace to put the top guys in the lineup up maybe 5 times.
Well, 5 runs home for them in just the 5th inning. And the 0-1 is low. Coughlin's the runner at first. He has a healthy lead. Newman comes set. Runner goes. The throw down. In time for out number 3. What a shoot by Brody Keniston for the final out of the inning. But not before Pennsylvania erupts for 3 runs in the frame. We'll head to the top of the 6th with Pennsylvania ahead 5-1. Bryce Zaccaro stepping into the box for his second at bat of the night for Team Select to lead off the top of the 6th inning. As the pitcher on the mound for Pennsylvania is number 22, Max McGrady. His first pitch misses high for a ball.
It's a tale of two teams. You got a team that's threatened to go through the lineup 5 times, and a team that's just getting to the second part of the lineup in the 6th.
As the 1-0 is in for a strike, and that's an excellent point. That's kind of where I wanted to take the conversation, that stark contrast. Now, 2 more hitters in the lineup for Team Select. They're hitting 15, Penn hitting 13. But Pennsylvania's put 5 runs on the board, and they've gotten through that lineup close to 2 times already.
I mean, Select only really manufactured their 1 run. Have not done a good job of putting runners on base.
Yeah, the Select run came across when Brody Keniston worked a 2-out walk, and then on a wild pitch, a steal to third and a bad throw down, which allowed him to come home, he came across the plate. That's about it. No RBIs for them. And just 1 base knock. It came off the bat of Landon Beetleshies, back in the 3rd inning. As the 1-2 is in for a called strike 3. Zaccaro down looking for the 2nd time tonight.
I'm glad that we got that base knock in the score sheet there, because the scoreboard up there is showing us something else that would be a bit more historic.
I'm fairly confident Beetleshy has had a single in the 3rd.
We're going to go with it.
We're going to go with it. Just go with it.
He walked.
And now we're being told he walked, so I have that wrong in my scorecard.
Anyways, for McGrady, what we're looking for here, he can max out at 90. He really can throw some heat if he gets it going. Fastball will sit in the high 80s. See the heat right there. And then he can go to a repertoire of a curveball, changeup, and slider. Each of those sit in the mid-70s.
Let's see what he goes with for the 0-2. It's a fastball that misses high and outside. Jackson Cook grounded out to first base in his only at bat back in the 1st inning. He's got a 1-2 count against him as this misses high. The 2-2 to Cook. Misses down and in. Got him tap dancing.
And with good reason.
Doing the running man in the box. His feet are moving. He didn't really go anywhere. Full count. And it's a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for McGrady. And with 2 gone, Dax Heilman digs in. He struck out swinging back in the 1st.
Frustrating day at the plate for him. He's had a couple of strikeouts dating back to their game earlier.
That fastball for the 1-0 pitch clocked at 88 miles an hour. The 1-0 misses low, does not get the call. Sun has completely disappeared here. The 2-0 offering fouled off first base side. That'll wake you up as it rings off of the railing.
And the railing is still shaking up there.
Yeah, nice protective covering for the fans sitting in the stands down the first base line. The 2-1 misses low. So McGrady behind in the count. A rare struggle for him in this inning of work. The 3-1 misses inside. Heilman on to first base with a 2-out walk. And let me remind you that that's how Team Select scored its only run of the ball game so far. Brody Keniston worked a 2-out walk and came around to score on a steal of third and then an error that allowed him to come home. Matthew Thompson digs in with 2 gone, runner on first, and he fouls it out down the first base side out of play.
Thompson with the incredible play of the field earlier, diving to his left at third base and setting himself firing across the diamond.
The 0-1 offering hit hard but foul down the first base line.
Once he loads, he really just explodes. That bat firing away through the zone.
But he's behind in the count 0-2. McGrady checks on the runner. Now he comes to the plate and gets him swinging on a slider for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left stranded. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pennsylvania ahead 5-1.
Change the coupler on the SDI.
Elijah Dunn stepping in to lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for Pennsylvania. He'll be facing DJ Newman back out on the hill for another inning of work. Newman surrendered 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning, but he's back out there. The 1-0 is swung through and missed. A nice cool breeze coming in from left center field. That's been the tale all morning, afternoon, and evening as the 1-1 is skied to right center field and caught for out number 1.
Interesting track to that ball out there in right field. Spun around a little bit. Might have a little bit to do with that, slicing away from him. It's come left to right.
Yeah, that's the spin that you fear as an outfielder. You got to make that initial read. As Nick Rubendahl steps in, he had a base knock in his first at bat back in the third inning. Rubendahl, a tall right-hand batter with an upright stance. And a beautiful curveball by DJ Newman. When you have a curveball like that, it really accentuates the speed of your fastball because you can then mix in pitches, get guys off balance.
I mean, you're absolutely right. The way he's using his stuff right now is fantastic. And if you can get that curveball to consistently drop out of the zone like that, it's going to make your fastball that much more difficult to focus in on, hone in on, and hit.
The 1-2 offering is a bender, fouled off and nearly squeezed by Keniston. Couldn't hold on for strike 3. But there's that same sequence, fastball, curveball. It's tough enough to master one pitch, but 2 in one night working together, that makes you a tough man to hit. Another curveball. Umpire thought about ringing the batter up, but held off at the last second.
There was the little twitch, took a step back. I thought he was about to pull the arm.
So Rubendahl with another life, we could say. The 2-2 hit hard to right field, but right at the man out there for out number 2.
And that's just good positioning. I don't know if there's really any science they have going behind that. I think in these showcases you don't know the opponent really that well enough to pull that one off, but he was in a great position, just natural instincts, I guess, where to go in the outfield.
With 2 gone, Sean Evans steps in, representing the bottom of the lineup for Pennsylvania. Evans struck out looking in his only at-bat back in the third inning. The 1-0 is upstairs for a ball. Two-0 is a curveball. In for a strike. Newman with no fear, going with a 2-0 breaking ball. Comes back with a fastball. It's fouled straight back. And that is the effect of a good breaking ball in the zone. It speeds up your fastball, makes low 80s seem even quicker. 2-2 is a curveball, bounce to short. Throw across the diamond is a dart in time to the bag for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We head to the 7th. Pennsylvania ahead 5-1. Joey Current steps into the box to lead off the top of the 7th for Team Select. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses outside from Max McGrady.
To be honest, it wouldn't be a nice afternoon.
5-1 lead for Pennsylvania. Chris Markowitz alongside Ray Dunn here for BFA Productions. And this has been all Pennsylvania for the majority of the ball game. A 2-run rally in the 2nd and a 3-run rally in the 5th. I've given them a commanding 4-run lead here in the 7th as the 2-0 is swung on and missed by Current.
The depth of pitching, Pennsylvania, so far really showing itself. I mean, they've had a couple at bats where they've lost the batter, given up walks, but they are just really generating swings and misses.
2-1, catches the corner, count runs even. And I think McGrady thought that was strike 3, and now a smile. Another risible moment there. McGrady has the chance to laugh it off, come back with a 2-2 offering. This pitch tapped softly, first base side. McGrady, high throw to first, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag, says the umpire. So that's going to be an error on the throw. Scorer E1, Joe Current on at first to lead off the inning.
Something they haven't had a lot of so far, base runners, especially to start an inning.
So with a runner on first and nobody out, Matthew Bellevine steps in. Bellevine 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Decent lead over at first by Joey Current. And with Team Select trailing by 4 runs, need to get something going quickly here. Doesn't have to happen necessarily in this 7th inning, but it would help to get a run on the board as Bellevine quickly behind in the count 0-2.
It's going to take a total reversal of fortunes at the plate so far. So, let's say right now is the time to strike with man on, nobody out.
McGrady checks on the runner. Now he fires home. That's tap foul.
Staying back on that breaking ball, reading the breaking ball out of the hands.
And it's a full night now here in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. No sign of sun anywhere. We are under the lights.
This is where legends are made.
The 0-2 swung on and missed for out number 1. Letter high fastball. Bellevine couldn't catch up to it, and he's retired on strikes. DJ Newman steps in. Newman currently on the mound for Team Select. He's gone 2 innings so far and might be done pitching. We'll see next inning if he comes back out. As the runner goes from first, throw down is not in time. Throw a little bit too close to the first base side of the bag as Current swipes second.
Cannon of a throw there is just too far off the bag, like you were saying. Really difficult to expect any of the middle infielders make a good tag on that, especially the second baseman coming from that side.
1-0 is hit hard to right field. This is off the middle of the fence. Current going to come around to score, and it's a long single for DJ Newman.
All right, I can say it now. They have a hit.
First hit of the ball game for Team Select. It comes here in the 7th inning, and I'll tell you what, that's one of the longest singles I have ever seen.
Absolutely. Well, you didn't watch end of Ryan Howard's career for the Phillies because he would hit a couple of long balls off the top of the wall, and he didn't have the speed to get over to second. So I've seen quite a few long singles in my day. As a mid-2010s Phillies fan.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm really sorry to hear that. Ryan Howard had one of the more promising starts to a career. I was a big fan. Loved that wide open stance that he had as a left-hander. Kind of like the stance that Landon Beetleshires has at the plate right now. As he waves through the 1-0, fouls it straight back.
If he has a rookie season and a second season like Howard did, I think he'll be pretty happy. Beetleshires comes anywhere near that.
What's that? 58 home runs in his second year,
Yeah.
28 in his first, which was half a season. Is that about right?
It might be a little less than 28, but you're right around the mark. After that, it was 40s for the next few years.
Runner goes from first. The throw is on the bag, but umpire says not in time. You can't make a better throw than Ryan Fleury did. He put it right on the base.
Wow.
But Newman in at second with the swipe. And now he's in scoring position with one dead in the inning.
He did the 60-yard and 6.68, so you're working with speed there. But, oh my, that throw could not be more beautiful. I've also figured out the McDonald's Flurry ad. When Flurry catches someone running, you catch a McFlurry.
You're going to have to talk to his agent about that one.
Listen, I'll be more than happy to represent him myself.
As Beetleshires swings through the 1-2 in the dirt and is thrown out at first base on the drop third strike. And with two gone now, time is called as one of the coaches for Pennsylvania strolls out to the mound to talk things over with his hurler. So not sure if McGrady's going to come out here. And that's going to do it. I think McGrady has gone over the ideal pitch count that Pennsylvania had for him in the inning. So I think they're saying that when we come back in the top of the eighth, there will be a runner on second base, and perhaps there will be a 4-out inning. But that'll end us here in the top of the seventh for now. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Pennsylvania ahead 5-2. Braden Horton will lead off the bottom half of the seventh inning for Pennsylvania. He'll be facing a new wing as Andrew Gormley on the mound now for Team Select.
And with Gormley, what you're looking at here is max fastball high 80s. Going to get 88, maybe might touch 89. Fastball's going to sit between 85 and 87.
As the 1-0 misses low.
Got some good off-speed stuff. Curveball is real tight curveball. 11.5 depth on that. Changeup fades, but one thing to watch with that is he does slow down his arm speed, so a bit of a tell when he's throwing that changeup.
2-0 is tapped to short. Fielded. The throw across the diamond is in time for out number 1. And for any viewers who are watching from home and are a little bit confused about why the last half inning ended with 2 outs and a runner on second, it's because in the showcase format, Pennsylvania no longer wanted Max McGrady to throw any pitches. He probably hit his pitch count limit that they had established for him. So what Pennsylvania and Team Select are going to do is begin the next half inning with no outs and a runner on second base.
I'm sure there's a baseball purist out there right now fuming.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because on the one hand, Team Select loses an out in the inning, obviously. But on the other hand, they get a runner on second, down by 3 with no outs. So it's almost like you're starting a fresh inning with a bonus point.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the player safety element of it, too, and I think it actually helps Team Select in this one. So, in my opinion, which I know matters so much in every situation, I'm for it.
The 1-1 to Repepe is cut on and missed. A big hack there as he went a full 360 with the left hand. 360 with the wrist, boy, as Six God Drake probably would have said. And now the 1-2 is cut on and missed. Repepe swings through it for out number 2. Didn't think you were going to hear a Drake reference tonight.
There's
did
a
you?
lot of things I don't think we thought we were going to get to today. I think we did a good job covering the bases of.
Listen, Ray, whenever you're doing baseball for 36 innings, expect the unexpected. That's all I can say. So with 2 gone, Livingston steps in. Takes a first pitch, fastball for a strike. Livingston doubled in his first at-bat and hit a screamer to third. Right on the screws. You can't hit it harder than he did, unfortunately, right at the third baseman. Now he taps one on a line to right field. This falls for his second hit of the ball game.
He's just doing a great job finding the location of the pitch and getting bat right to it. Right there, pitch in on the hand. He's able to fight it off into right field. Good work on his part. Great showcase of hitting for him tonight.
So with 2 gone and a runner on first, Matthew Williams digs in. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts looking. And now he stares at a fastball in for a called strike 1. The 0-1 is a bender that gets a generous call on the outer half for strike 2. Runner goes. 0-2 misses upstairs. Gets away from the backstop. And safe at second is Livingston.
Yeah, I was looking for that mound meeting that we're about to get. Looked like a total miscommunication, pitcher and catcher right there. Looks like the pitch wanted low and away, and it came up high and in.
And that's a good observation there. Just a total mix-up. Livingston picked a good pitch to run on. Jackson Cook, if it was a breaking ball, had no shot at getting him. The 1-2 is fouled off. Hit Williams in the back after it bounced off home plate. The 1-2 misses low. Runner goes and slides into third with no throw. So Livingston 90 feet away from home plate. It's a 2-2 count at the plate. Gormley trying to get out of the inning unscathed. His offering is hit to second. Throw to first is in time for the final out of the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, one man left on. We head to the top of the eighth. Pennsylvania leads 5-2. Welcome back to Stern Family Field. A unique situation on display as starting this inning for Team Select will be a runner on second. The batter is Drew Cron, pitcher for Pennsylvania. It's a new wing. Number 9, Aiden Fretz, a 6'1", 185-pound rising junior from Penridge, Pennsylvania. And just some more clarification for those who are just joining us. There is a runner on second because Max McGrady, did not finish the top of the seventh. He had 2 outs and a runner on second when he reached his pitch count limit. So the Pennsylvania staff took their team off the field and came to an agreement with Team Select that they would have a runner on second base to begin this top half of the eighth inning. The 0-2 offering is hit hard on the ground to short. That'll move the runner over to third. The throw across the diamond is in time to get Cron. 1 down here in the top of the eighth.
One thing you got to be interested in seeing is what starting from the stretch instead of starting in the windup and then going to the stretch with the man on does to Fretz, whether it's going to be beneficial to him or it hinders his way to get into a rhythm.
So with 1 down and a runner at third, Ashton Crowell digs in. Fretz steps off the mound and quickly climbs back on the rubber. This fastball gets away from Fretz and misses high and outside.
Fastball going to run in the mid-80s for him. And both a curveball and a changeup, low 70s for both.
1-0, misses high again. His hat flies off.
I want to know what the aerodynamics are down there because we've seen a lot of hats flying off as they're going.
Is it the aerodynamics or is it the density of the hair on these players' heads? Some of these guys have some nice flow, but that's definitely causing some of these hats flying off as the 2-0 misses low.
I mean, if I had a flow like some of these guys, I would intentionally knock off the hat. Like the way Harper knocks off his helmet when he runs the bases.
But while pitching, that's tough to pull off. I mean, credit to you if you could do it. That is a tough feat. A hack on 3-0 by Crowell.
And the adjustment made right there, Fretz went to the windup. After throwing 3 straight balls from the stretch, he switches to the windup because he got the runner on third.
The 3-1 hit softly to third. Run's going to come home. Crowell is out at first. The umpire saying first baseman held the bag. Crowell not happy with that. He thinks that Pennsylvania's first baseman, Matthew Williams, came off the base. So 2 gone now in the inning, and that brings up Dominique Patrizzi. Patrizzi 0 for 1 with a ground out to third.
Well, I like the Carolina blue shoes for him.
He's also got those classic stirrups. That's a good look.
I was more fixated on the shoes.
It's a full package for Patrizzi as he fouls it off first base side out of play. So much of this game is style.
Oh, absolutely. Look good, feel good, play good. It's all right there.
The 1-1, a check swing. Umpire says Patrizzi offered. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 offering misses low and away. So Fred's trying to get out of this inning without allowing a base runner. A run came home, but again, that run not credited to Fretz, just a courtesy runner on the base paths.
He does look just more in command from the windup. Which is typical, but interesting that you put him in the situation of having a runner on second.
His 2-2 offering misses low, count runs full. Patrizzi trying to work a 2-out walk, keep the inning alive. The payoff pitch is sky to center, but he got underneath it as this settles into the glove of Nick Rubendahl for out number 3. 1 run, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We will head to the bottom of the inning. Pennsylvania up 5-3. Ryan Fleury to lead it off for Pennsylvania here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Markowitz alongside my man. I'm sorry, Ray. I don't know why I paused there.
I was like, wow. man.
No, it's not. I
we
didn't
made
forget
it-
your name. Like my mouth got caught underneath this mask. Just a reminder to our fans at home that we are wearing masks, even doing the broadcast, just trying to follow all social distancing policies and guidelines given COVID. But for whatever reason, I could not get the words out.
34 and a half innings.
And I wait till now to forget your name, right?
And we've been at this field for nearly 14 hours.
It's the saliva is really starting to build up underneath this mask. It's killing me, man.
It's all right. I forgive you.
1-1 misses low. On the day, Fleury 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He reached first on an error and came across to score back in the 2nd inning. Fouls the 2-1 offering straight back. What are your thoughts on broadcasting through the mask? What have been the biggest challenges for you? For me, it's just sometimes it's tough to get some verbs out and to form some complex sounds.
Enunciation
There it is.
is the difficulty for me.
Enunciate.
I think I've stretched this mask out considerably.
2-2 chop to short. The throw across the diamond in time for out number 1.
Every time someone complains about wearing a mask, I never like thought I allowed to wear a mask for 12 hours. Now that I've worn a mask for 12 hours, I definitely.
So with 1 gone, Quinn Moody strolls to the box. He's got a hit and a walk today and has scored 2 runs. So it's been an active night for Moody. Nice fastball to start the count out of the hand of Andrew Gormley. Ooh, gets another call on the outer half. Really painting the black. The 0-2 misses low.
The leg kick appears like the timing of it has changed a bit past couple pitches. Took a little longer 2 pitches ago. That last one was pretty quick. That one more like the one before it. I don't know if that's something he's intending to do or just what we're at this point.
Counts even at 2. Gormley delivers. It's a breaking ball. Ooh, no swing. I think our home plate umpire had the equivalent of a check swing of a strike 3 call there. Began his motion but held it. He didn't cross the plane with his call, so the batter didn't cross his plane with the bat. The 3-2 this time rings him up. So Moody caught looking for out number 2, and that brings up Justin Holmes. Holmes 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled back in the 5th inning and came across the plate to score.
Here's a late night baseball thought for you. An umpire that they appeal to about the umpire's call. You know, if he starts to go around for the strike, kind of what you're saying there. You appeal to the umpire. Did the umpire call a strike or a ball there? It's a double appeal. It's an appeal of appeal.
Wow. Good luck getting that one passed.
I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking.
Umpires have it tough enough with robots coming in to take their strike calls away from them. What are your thoughts on that?
It really depends either way on the benefit of that. You know, I really love the human element of an umpire, and in that case, I would like to keep the human umpires around. But if the robo ump is going to benefit my team or me, I might want that.
See, I'm a fan of robo-umps myself. I say keep umpires on the base paths, keep them there for safer out calls. But I, for the strike zone, happen to prefer a robo-ump as the 1-2 misses low. We don't have to get into crazy detail. I have nothing against umpires. They do one of the hardest jobs in all of sports.
A thankless job. If they get the call right, nobody's congratulating them on that.
As the 2-2 misses outside, count runs full. I just happen to believe that in the game of basketball, A cylinder for a rim is a defined size. In the game of football, the field's a defined size. In baseball, a strike zone should be defined as the 3-2 is a fastball on the outer half for a called strike 3. Holmes down looking to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We head to the 9th. Pennsylvania ahead 5-3. Jarrett Pogrovsky to lead it off here in the top of the 9th for Team Select. He taps the first pitch to short and is retired on the 6-3 groundout. So a quick start for us here in the top of the 9th. And with one gone, Ryan Weingartner digs in. 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout back in the 5th inning. I can't help but note this is just the second at bat of the night for Weingartner here in the 9th, and most of Pennsylvania's hitters are going to get at least 3 tries in this game as Weingartner swings through the first pitch breaking ball. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, though, when you got a 15-man lineup in a showcase, and these players understand that. These coaches have done an excellent job all day long to adjust their lineups to make sure everybody gets as many chances at the plate as possible.
Right, it's just the way it goes. It's a tough hitting night for Team Select because, Pennsylvania's pitching rotation had a good night. They're on their second game of the day. Some of these guys coming from all over, travel day yesterday. Whole bunch of elements playing into that, so it's just rough to only get 2 at-bats.
The 0-2 is a bender, does not get the call on the inside corner. Count runs to 1-2. Yeah, you got to keep in mind as well, a lot of these players have some long rides home as the 1-2 misses upstairs. We've got teams here from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Michigan, Ohio. If I'm forgetting anybody, please let me know if you're watching at home. New York. So some long drives for a lot of these players as the 2-2 is fanned on for strike 3. And again, that's just the name of the teams. There's players from Maine, Rhode Island,
New Hampshire. I think I saw New Hampshire on
I did see a New Hampshire. So some long drives home for a lot of players who've come a far distance to play the game they love. As this is roped in the left center and down for a 2-out hit. Kyle Neary not being cheated in his final at-bat.
It's a good teammate right there, trying to get everyone up twice.
And he keeps the potential for a 2-out rally alive. Everyone forgets. They remember Bill Buckner letting the ball go through his legs, but they forget the fact that the Red Sox had 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 9th in Game 6 at Shea Stadium before a 2-out rally allowed the Mets to come back, win that game, and win that World Series. So it's all about just keeping the inning going, passing the baton on to the next sprinter as this bender in for a called strike.
I get that you're a Yankees fan, but to just bring that up unprompted on some unsuspecting Red
Well,
Sox fan.
I did just watch the Bill Buckner documentary a couple days
I
ago.
see. I was gonna say, man, it's a hard reality to pass on someone who's just trying to enjoy their night and watch some baseball who might be from the.
They've won enough World
Northeast.
Series in the last 15
Hey,
years.
listen, you don't
think?
have. You're preaching to the choir here.
I'm just
My
saying.
franchise has been around since 1883. It's got 2 titles.
Hey, man, perhaps you should relocate. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, my brother. You won one in your lifetime.
Yeah, hey,
it's fun to
listen.
see.
It was awesome.
How old were you when that
I was
happened?
8.
You were 8 years old? Man, I was in Philadelphia for the parade when that happened. You were 8 years old.
I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I skipped. It was Halloween. It was the day of the parade. My 3rd grade teacher, myself, and I think 2 other students pretty much just skipped the Halloween Day parade and watched the actual Phillies parade in class.
That's funny. Me and my family drove in. My cousin got married on November 1st in Philadelphia. So we drove in on the 31st, and my dad was confused about why there was so much traffic. I was like, Dad, the Phillies won the World Series. They're having a parade today. As the 2-2 offering is swung through and missed by Keniston, and that will end the inning. So a man left stranded for Team Select, as they're going to end up losing the ball game by at least a score of 5-3. I think Pennsylvania is going to have last licks, so we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, final at-bats for Pennsylvania. Gormley back out on the mound for a final inning of work for Team Select, and he will be facing David Kessler. Kessler has had a big game. He's 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. His first RBI came in the 2nd inning. He grounded out to 3rd, but it drove a run in. And then in the 5th, he had a 2 RBI single and eventually came around to score the 5th run of the ballgame for Pennsylvania. On deck will be, or I should say is Sean Finn, and after Finn will be Brandon Coughlin. The 2-0 outside. Chris Markowitz alongside Ray Dunn here for BFA Productions, and Ray in the final half of our 36th inning of work today. What a morning, afternoon, and evening here in Du Bois, Pennsylvania it has been.
Just a splendid time. Splendid crew to work with here. You've been a great time, Chris. Thoroughly enjoy. Well worth the trip on out here. Also some great baseball, but I figured that was just kind of a given. The people have seen the baseball. They haven't really seen the behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is a nice facility, not just the baseball field. There's 2 ball fields, at least near us. There's a basketball court behind us, a tennis court, a park across the way, some water slides. So the town of Du Bois, Pennsylvania, really doing a stellar job to give its community some upscale facilities.
Been trying to eat local here. Got a good breakfast sandwich this morning.
Where'd you get that from?
Are we giving out free ads here?
Was it a brand that I know? Am I?
No.
I'm not holding that. Oh, okay. I was gonna
No.
say.
No, I didn't go there. Wanted to try Du Bois Place.
Ah, so some local flavor.
Yes.
2-0 to Finn, catches the outer half for a called strike 1. That's what you call supporting local businesses. So
Absolutely.
credit to you, my friend.
Can't work in small businesses your entire life and then turn your back on them when you go out to get food.
Finn with a hitter's count, 3-1 at the plate. On deck is Coughlin. Dunn is in the hole. And this is inside for ball 4, so back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the 9th. So Brandon Coughlin steps in, 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to left in the 2nd and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 5th.
Brownlee just going to need to reestablish the zone for himself. Obviously, the stakes quite low in terms of game, considering the result is already in hand, but obviously a lot to show for. Solid couple innings here before this. Want to go out on a high note.
Well, it is a showcase. You do want to impress any scouts or coaches who are watching from either from the stands or from the stream, as this is roped to left, way back, off the wall on a hop. 1 run will score easily, as on his horse, walking to third base is Finn. Coughlin is at second with an RBI double. And another run home for Pennsylvania as they have their 6th run of the board come in, represented by Kessler. A hit parade for Pennsylvania. 8 hits now in the ball game. And Elijah Dunn now with an RBI chance. He swings at the first pitch, hits it to third, and is gunned down on the 5-3.
Good play over there. DJ Newman over at third base, ensuring the run would not score and getting across the diamond quickly.
So with 1 gone, runners on second and third. Nick Rubendahl strolls to the box. Takes a first pitch low for a ball. Rubendahl 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in the 3rd and flew out to right in the 6th. Has a golden opportunity to plate 2 runs here in the bottom of the 9th. Taps this foul.
I've learned to trust the netting in front of us. I'm not flinching anymore on the ones coming back at us.
Gotta have faith in something in this life.
The net is certainly up there.
I'm a believer in that net. One catches the corner. Rubendahl doesn't like it. Doesn't matter what he thinks. Gormley comes set. He deals. The 1-2 sky, deep left center field. It is gone into the trees. Nick Rubendahl puts a charge into it for a 3-run jack. Pennsylvania piling it on.
Didn't realize we were getting a fireworks show after this game. What a hit there from Rubendahl. Got all of it turned on it, took it to the deep portion of this ballpark.
And that one over the left center field fence. Rubendahl benefiting from the short porch out to the power alley, but he put a solid charge behind that one for a 3-run homer. A 9-3 lead now for Pennsylvania. They've already secured the victory as Evans takes the first pitch for a called strike. And with Evans up to bat now, everybody in the Pennsylvania lineup with 3 plate appearances in this game.
Curious to see showcase rules if they'll just call it after Evans at bat.
I don't know if Horton would be too pleased. Braden Horton on deck. He's 0 for 3 in this game, so I know he's eager to have one more opportunity to find an open gap for a hit. 1-1 is in for a called strike 2. I'm just happy I was able to get in one more home run call before this night was over.
3 home runs in 4 games. That's
Not a bad
good
day
stuff.
for us. The 1-2 from Gormley, tap foul. Evans able to stay alive. The 1-2 misses low.
My question for you, Chris. You saw a lot of good baseball today. What are your main takeaway from day 1 of the tournament?
My main takeaway at this point at 9:46,
Absolutely.
as much fun as I've had watching baseball today as Evans swings through the 2-2 and the throw over to first is in time. My takeaway is that I'll be able to tell you how much I enjoyed this game after a nice night of deep sleep. So it's a lot to process. 36 innings. We've seen it all today. 216 outs, a couple steals a home, 3 home runs, more strikeouts and walks than I could count.
Hashtag math with Markowitz. Remember, get it trending
Wow,
tonight.
that sounds like a podcast idea.
Get
I think I'd want to have a podcast like Math with Markowitz, but we don't talk about math at all. That would be right on brand.
great branding. Just like we were supposed to talk baseball for 36 innings, and we certainly did that.
So with 2 down now, Horton in at the plate. He has a 1-2 count on him. Horton yet to reach base in this game. The 1-1 in on the outer half. Perhaps a generous call.
That's a 10 o'clock at night call right there. Gotta give the ump credit. He's also done 36 innings today.
Major credit to the blue behind the mound as the 1-2 is bounced. And a huge shout out to everybody who's involved in this event. The Prep Baseball Report people who have set up, have the trackmen working for us, to the players, coaches, and families who travel all the way out here to participate in this event, and to our great crew here as Horton fouls the 2-2 offering back into the glove, and that will do it. Final score, Pennsylvania 9, Team Select 3. And that's going to do it for us here in day 1 in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. For our crew here at BFA and for my partner, Ray Dunn, I'm Chris Markowitz saying so long and good night from Stern Family Field.